Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salute to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity, hoping to receive mercy from Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh is the name of our Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahushai is the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Latinos, we are the Israelites, as according to the prophecies of the Holy Scriptures. So this is the brother Shamar from the JMS Jamaica camp. Just want to do a quick hit lesson, inspired by the article you see on the screen. And it says it's from Zero Hedge, Tuesday, November 22. Egg prices at grocery stores hyperinflate ahead of Thanksgiving. Right? So I'm going to read a few paragraphs from this article. Get a couple of precepts. Previous lessons edifying. So egg supplies are tightening nationwide as more than 37 million egg-laying hens have died this year due to the severe bird flu outbreak, accounting for a whopping 10% of production. Right? The result has been soaring egg prices at the supermarket ahead of the holiday season. Prices for eggs climbed more than 10% from September to October, according to the latest Consumer Price Index data. Prices in October were 43% higher than the same month a year ago. Eggs had the biggest jump by far on a monthly and yearly basis in any category in the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Price Outlook, Bloomberg reported. Consumers paid an average of $3.42 for a dozen grade A large eggs last month, up from $1.82 a year earlier. All right. The recent spike is extraordinary in the shell egg, as well as egg product markets, Bill Lapp, president of Advanced Economic Solutions, a consulting firm specialized in food economics, told CNBC. Besides eggs, food inflation remained at the highest levels since the late 1970s, right? Crushing the pocketbooks of Americans as they drain their savings and rack up credit card debt to buy essentials, right? So not to buy things that they want, but things that they need, essentials. Breakfast was the cheapest meal of the day, but has since become expensive thanks to soaring egg, bread, meat, and orange juice prices. All right, so this is hyperinflation being described. Let's get a quick definition of hyperinflation. Hyperinflation, according to Wikipedia, in economics, hyperinflation is a very high and typically accelerating inflation. It quickly erodes the real value of the local currency as the prices of all goods increase. So hyperinflation is really a devaluation of that money, that currency. In other words, the purchasing power of the currency has become eroded, depleted, declined, lower. You can buy less with what you have. All right. As the prices of all goods increase, this causes people to minimize their holdings in that currency as they usually switch to more stable foreign currencies. When measured in stable foreign currencies, prices typically remain stable. Right, so it's really a devaluation of that currency. So hyperinflation is a sign that the currency in the article, the currency was the US dollar, is being depleted, and the US currency being depleted, being eroded, being inflated is a sign of weakness. It's a sign that the country is going down. Right? It's a sign of the end. And I only get a couple of precepts. Hit the point and head out. This is Ecclesiastes 12 verse 3. Start at 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Yeah, turn to Yahweh Shimei Ashai when you're in your strength, when things going good, you know. When you're young, when you're strong, when you have the energy to serve him, turn to Yahweh Shimei Ashai, because the time going come when you're going to want to turn to Yahweh Shem Shai, it's too late. You already going to have to reap, you know, the end, or the byproduct of what you sow, right? In those evil days. So evil days are coming, man. Bad times are coming. And part of that bad times involve hyperinflation. Reading on, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Right? In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, right? And those that look out the windows be darkened. And the part I want to focus on, that third verse, is those that look out the windows be darkened. So the forecast, the forecasters, and that including economic forecasters, they don't see any hope on the horizon. I mean, hyperinflation and the purchasing power and people putting themselves in debt to buy essentials, that doesn't sound like a bright future. You know, that is a sign of the windows being darkened. You know, so turn to Yahweh Shem Yeshai before it's too late. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. You know, work going to come to an end. Grinding going below. You know, and that is how people provide for themselves, by work. So what's going to happen in that time when nobody's working? You know, purchasing power, the money dollar is low. You can imagine how evil and bad a time that going to be. You know, people going resort to carnal means. You know, it's going to be survival of the fittest. You know, but of course, the Lord will provide for his servants in that day, as it is written, my servant shall eat. And the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right. So that's a warning from the Lord to turn to him before these bad times fully take root. This is Judges 10 verse 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. You know, so you've been doing your own thing. You turn from Yahweh Shem Yeshai. You know, you're living your best life, YOLO, serving other gods, doing other things. You know, and the Lord shall deliver you no more. You're going to need deliverance from bad times. And that's what's coming. But this is what the Lord going to say to you if you don't turn to him. You know, if you refuse to acknowledge your power. And of course, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Latinos, your power is Yahweh Shem Yeshai, the Lord of the Bible, the true God of the Bible. Right? Not no sweet Jesus. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. And the time of tribulation is coming, you know. And we know who we serve. We members of the Hope for Elect. We serve Yahweh Shem Yeshai. That is who we going to turn to in that time. And I advise you to do the same. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yeshai. Bashim Dash. Give me the spirit to do this lesson. You know, I just want to point out, hey, hyperinflation is here. And as it is written, it just can get worse and worse and worse as evil times set in, as the prophecies continue to fulfill, and Yahweh Shai, you know, get closer and closer to making his grand triumphant entrance when he cracked them skies. Shalom.